And this story was almost a masterpiece. Until it wasn't.
Get back in there and finish your waffles.
Mum. No can do, Jackie. It's weird over waffles every time.
Let's have a show of hands. Who remembers this scene?
Tommy, go off, Glenn.
What for?
He's your dad.
He's an idiot.
Of course he is. Like I said, he's your dad.
In 2006, Rose Tyler told a teenage boy to go back to his abusive father. Given Rose never knew her own father, I understand why she encourages Tommy to follow his. What's less understandable is the message this scene sends. You must stay loyal to your family, even when they're toxic.
It's not acceptable at all.
This month, the Big Finish team brought out a new Ninth Doctor and Rose story, which in many ways feels like a response to this scene. Like the Idiot's Lantern, Snare looks at toxic family trees. Ironically, it does this using actual trees.
Left them at the mercy of the trees.
No, the trees have no mercy.
Oh yes, I was forgetting.
But can Snare succeed where the Idiot's Lantern failed? Let's go through it beat by beat and find out. After 20 years, we find ourselves back on the Powell estate. Kevin, Rose's childhood friend, has finally come home after a long time.
Rose! It's little Kevin from 43! How have you been, darling? I was so sorry about your dad.
His father has just died, and we soon learn their relationship was complicated. This story explores mental health using a sci-fi version of Narnia. When Kevin arrives at his father's flat, it's boarded up, but there's a whole world of terror inside. In the flat, Kevin finds plants everywhere, growing out of the shower and sink. We try to hide our troubles, shutting them behind closed doors, but compartmentalizing doesn't help. Left untreated, our struggles will only grow. The characters investigate, and we learn some more about Kevin's childhood.
Your dad used to push weird notes through everyone's doors, didn't he? Wow, it's a bit manic.
Just leave it, okay? It was obviously just my dad, being my dad.
Kevin's dad was mentally unwell. Jackie and Kevin tell us that his behaviour was erratic and unpredictable.
He was a kind man, but he was hot and cold. He'd bake cakes for all the neighbours one day, and then he'd send them threatening notes the next.
Things were so bad, Kevin used to run away and stay with his neighbours. I found the dialogue here about Kevin's backstory quite clunky. It explains what happened to Kevin without really showing the impact of this on Kevin as a person. Now, yeah, this is an audio drama, and without visuals, you need dialogue to explain the story. However, I wish this episode had shown me more about Kevin's character through his actions. Going deeper inside the flat, the Doctor and Co. discover a secret jungle. Basically, this jungle works as a metaphor for mental illness. It's complicated and unpredictable. Different characters react differently to it. The Doctor intellectualizes it, Rose is frightened of it, Kevin's friend Marlene doesn't believe the jungle even exists.
But aliens aren't real. Don't tell me you fell for that hoax a few months back. The Powell estate must have a private park. That's where we are.
Meanwhile, Jackie believes in the jungle, but is confident enough to face it because of her family. Jackie has faith that Rose and the Doctor will save her. While I'm here, quick question. People who've listened to this, did anyone else find Jackie's attitude to the Doctor here a bit weird?
He ain't into waffles either.
We've also done potato smileys, chicken nuggets and burnt fish finger sandwiches. He's faced all sorts, but he can't face Mum's cooking.
She's very motherly towards him, and to me, this feels more like the Jackie from Series 2.
No, you don't. Come here! Oh, you lovely big fella. Oh, you're all mine. Yes, you are.
I know this story is set after Father's Day, and Nine and Jackie called a truce after the aliens of London.
What does he eat?
How do you mean?
I was going to do shepherd's pie. All of us. Proper sit down.
But I got the impression Jackie was showing interest in the Doctor out of respect for Rose, not because she liked him personally.
Because I'm ready to listen. I want to learn about you and that life you lead.
I thought the real turning point in their relationship was this.
God knows I have hated that man, but right now I love him. And do you know why? Because he did the right thing. He sent you back to me.
Here, there is tension between them, but Jackie feels overly sympathetic to the Doctor. And I think this was done to match the story's themes about family. Anyway, on their journey, our characters encounter something odd, an octopus-like creature. Now, what could it possibly be? After meeting the creature, we finally get some answers to the Powell Estate mystery.
We are lost on an alien planet.
Not an alien planet. It's a spaceship in another dimension.
The Doctor explains that the jungle is a soul snare, an extra-dimensional ship attached to Kevin's flat. It lures people in by masquerading as the places they recognise.
It's the city. My home.
The snare's mission is to harvest people. So, what about the being living inside it? And how is Kevin's dad connected to all of this? The Doctor, Kevin and Rose talk to the creature. Its words seem strange, and nothing it does makes sense.
You knew my dad.
Dad, bad dad, mistaken.
Yet, there's something familiar about it. The Doctor and Rose discover that the creature is in fact Kevin's dad. It turns out, after Kevin left, his father did some soul searching, or rather soul snare searching, to find peace. Now, he's become part of the ship. Kevin is knocked unconscious before he can discover the truth. Instead, Rose and the Doctor confront Kevin's dad. As much as Kevin's dad loves him, he's decided not to tell Kevin who he is. They're different people now, and they're healthier apart. Rose struggles with this. After losing her father, she wants Kevin to know the truth about his own. In a nice contrast to the idiot's lantern, the Doctor convinces Rose to leave well enough alone. Later, we get a line from the Doctor meant to sum up the episode.
Family can be messy. Some ties can trap us and tangle us. Some are better off broken. But we can still form new ones. There are people we choose to be with.
Does this sound familiar to you? Well, this dialogue reminded me of the Chibnall era.
The systems aren't the problem. How people use and exploit the system, that's the problem.
It explains the point rather than trusting the listener to figure it out. Now, I get it. We're dealing with a sensitive subject. We need to clarify our message to avoid being offensive or inaccurate. However, this story has been bluntly explaining itself this whole time. It feels like the script lacks the depth to show me its message instead of tell me. And I think I know why. The reason is characters. This story tries to strike a balance between showing empathy for Kevin's father while not condoning his abusive and negligent behaviour. However, there's a problem. This story is a character piece, yet Kevin doesn't feel like a real person. Everything about him is told instead of shown. Listening to this, I only got basic facts about Kevin's life flatly told to me by the other characters. While he has some personality, Kevin feels like a generic moody teenager with daddy issues. Aside from his family history, there's very little to him. Likewise, I know nothing about Kevin's dad except that he was mentally ill and liked gardening.
Just leave it, okay? You all used to laugh about him, Spider the weirdo, Spider the local nutter. I mean, I don't blame you, he was crackers.
These people have backstories, but not character. The story has to tell me what to think about them, because there's not enough there for me to form my own opinion. And because the characters are so thinly sketched, this story does the opposite of what it wants to do. The obstacles you face in life, while they're definitely important, are only part of who you are. These characters, on the other hand, are totally defined by their problems. The result is a beautifully constructed metaphor which, while entertaining, lacks substance. John Pertwee famously said,
Nothing more alarming than coming home and finding a Yeti sitting on your loo in Tooting Bec.
my favourite episodes of Doctor Who blend the ordinary with the extraordinary. They use a sci-fi lens to highlight the wonders and the horrors of everyday life. Snare does a good job at showing the complicated lives of ordinary people. However, it never took me deep inside these characters' heads. What I got felt like a doll's house. It's beautifully made with some great visuals. However, the people inside felt wooden. And don't get me wrong, Snare is definitely worth your time. I appreciate it for being brave enough to tackle such important topics. The plot is good, and themes are explored in a really creative way. But speaking as a character person, I found myself hungry for more. As much as I love a Narnia story, next time, I hope we can go deeper inside the wardrobe. Thanks for watching Lingua Anomaly. Don't forget that overthinking is a superpower, and there is beauty in the way that you think. This story was almost a masterpiece, until it wasn't. Ah, no! After meeting the creature, we finally get some answers to the powerless straight... What? Oh... wow, that was squeaky. Meanwhile, here is the cat tearing my bed to shreds. Great. Did this story make anyone else feel really hungry? I really want waffles now.